want to talk about how I beat this program. All right. Um, those that are going through MK Ultra, you figure out you're being followed, gang stalked, and if you like me, you probably waited a few months to make sure so nobody can call you crazy or whatnot. And then you notice, so you look things up, and you was like, okay, organized gang stalking. Then you see the MK Ultra shit. You're like, oh no, not really, not really. You know what I'm saying? And but then you're just like, oh, maybe it's clicking. And then you're like, well, I'm not getting hit with direct energy weapons and shit like that. Then you start getting the shocks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shaking on different parts of your body. But then you, after a certain amount, after like all the torments, it's like your brain like freaking explodes. And I guess you get, it opens up for voice to skull technology. Okay. So then you get on the phone and you hearing things that you're not saying. They use forced thought, forced speech, and connection with the frequencies to your body, and then the sounds outside. Everything becoming louder. People are burning trash. You're getting one headlights. You're getting gunshots. You're getting ambulance stalked by police. Um, you know what I'm saying, mailman. There's a whole bunch of weird vehicles, or just a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you just go through just a stage of just 24/7 repeated stuff, trying to solve something that is just designed in a way to keep you in a cycle. Okay. It is hypnosis. They use focus. It is it's called fear. They use focus, emotion, agitation, and repeat. Focus is when they grab your attention. Oh man, that's a blue ass, pink ass cord. You know what I'm saying? That's the same cord. You know what I'm saying? Boom, got your focus. Okay. Now, emotional part is that, you know what I'm saying, you either feel some type of way or something through the day will get you in emotion. It could be like a name. It could be anything to just like put you down, or somebody like tries to put you down. It's like an emotion thing. Okay. Then they use the frequencies to your body to agitate you. They use certain smells to agitate you, the lights to agitate you, and then they just repeat it. All right. Um, I have been locked up multiple times fighting this program. I just had done 2 years. I'm constantly on probation. Um, they're constantly trying to set me up every day. I've been in the hospital. I've been in all the places that they intentionally and desperately try to get me in. Okay. Okay. So now we're gonna get to the part where I believe I beat this program. All right. And it's not easy, and you got to be extra, extra strong. All right. You're already strong. All right. I believe if you're already in this program, right. Like I said, everything is just hypnosis. That's what the fear thing is. They're using hypnosis. Um, Instantly, you have to grab onto God and understand it's a test of your faith. If you really have faith, you gon' you gonna push through. You know what I'm saying? You gonna push through. And, that's what I had to honestly do. I'm like almost 300 pounds, 6'4". Um, they have shocked me and made me fall to try to keep me from walking because I was on their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, you won't be, I'm gonna fuck. Nigga, you got a gun on your lap, nigga, I'm gonna fuck. I ain't scared of shit, nigga, you making gun sounds, nigga. I'm on my way. Okay, nigga, I'm by myself, nigga. They in the woods, you know what I'm saying? And they use animals, all types of stuff. A lot of things, like Ilcat be saying, they be sinking. You feel me? Um, and you just gotta watch out for that. But the thing is, you have to meditate. If you could go constantly every day, 24/7, focusing on negative energy that they're putting on you, you could do the complete opposite, and the opposite will be building you instead of destroying you. Okay. So you have to understand how weak and how illusion everything is. First of all, you need to realize it's artificial. The emotions they could give you is artificial. The timing of unnatural events is just artificial. Okay, they're grabbing your focus and putting artificial shit and taking real energy that you're gonna get. See, they made me look at that FedEx. You feel me? They made me turn and look and timed it to look at that FedEx. But instantly that's supposed to drive my heart, right? And so now a car is gonna pass. Okay? Alright? That's just what happens. Now they want you to think of that, and then if you feel any type of way, then that's when they're gonna bring the train, and then they're gonna bring the airplane, and then most likely the police. They'll just have the sirens on for no reason, or do the pulling over scene, or just anything. You know what I'm saying? They use it in the same way as everything else that is synchronized time to mess with your heart. Okay, so you gotta continue. You gotta continue to do breathing exercises. You could do the breathing twice and exhale. Okay, like I feel good. That resets the nervous system. Also, you could breathe in about 4 seconds and hold about 7, and blow out about 8. All right. That resets everything. Also, what I heard Huberman says is when you're doing the breathing exercises, breathe in like 3 times like this, but feel the inside of your body while you're breathing, like your whole body inside is breathing. And now notice your hands and do the same thing. Okay. Feel your hands. Breathe in. Now breathe that you're in the world. The world is huge. You know what I'm saying? Breathe in. Now the universe. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And just expand everything. Also, what I learned is to tell yourself, your brain, that you're sorry for just putting it through so much stress. You're being a natural, and they don't want you to reach your natural form. They want to sever the connection you have with God. Okay. I believe that a lot of us are empaths, and we just feel and stuff like that. They do mess with our dreams. They can import images. They can suppress your consciousness. Um, all that stuff. Another thing is, a lot of us say because there's a space that we're looking for what we're about to say because of what we've been through. I know there are a lot of people that have been tormented really bad do have said a lot, and they're looking everywhere. It's not paranoia, it's they've been tormented, you know, and their awareness is up there. So we do have super focus, understand that, and they want to gravitate towards that and experiment on that. They're studying every single one of our reactions. We all do get the same type of vehicles, okay? Another thing is you have to understand that most likely you're around the corner from a Masonic lodge, okay? They got the French people um, doing hit squads or whatever. They're going to court and shit for that, okay? So we got to see what's going on with that. But there are Freemasons doing this shit. It's satanic shit. You get the numbers. You get it all. All right? You get everything. Another thing is you have to not dwell on it, get well on it. You have to pray strong, stay strong. Okay. Um, and understand that you have to switch your channel and understand that our frequency is channels regardless. When we change in the channel, we are changing the frequency. Okay. So which means we can receive energy and we produce energy, and which is a frequency, and they're trying to change our energy and our frequency. Okay, understand negativity holds weight and also is a key to your field. Okay, all these are keys, man. I'm using nothing but keys. Okay. Um, Also, do your experiments like you literally focused on negative stuff that they artificially made for you to think about to put you in another realm. Okay, so they can have easier access to your mind and to control you. I done been through so many phases, so many simulations. Like I said, I done been locked down and see how sophisticated this stuff is. Do not fall for any traps. Do not fall for honey traps. You know what I'm saying? Some people, I believe, are being mind controlled, but some people are playing the role. I believe there's nothing but a lot of actors. Um, it is what it is. You're gonna get all types of vans and certain cars and anything that would trigger and put you in a lower space so they could get you a reaction and be like a false flag or something. Alright? So another key is you have to stay with your pure heart. To defeat the darkness, you're gonna need the light. You know what I'm saying? Um, God is definitely the key. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's what be holding it down. You know what I'm saying? That's love. You feel me? That's the ultimate love. Have your time. You are isolated. Spend time with God, because it's gonna be something opposite of that if you're not, and you're gonna just be spending time with that. You feel me? So you're gonna have to read the word, understand Psalms is exactly what you're going through. You don't need to listen to nothing else, because what knows what you're going through the most is the Bible. Okay? Ain't nobody gonna come to you and understand you more than God. Alright? And understand you're strong, you know what I'm saying? Work on saying things. Like we usually, people that went through like certain levels and stuff like that, we get tormented till we go to sleep. Unless it's just like most of us. We get tormented till we go to sleep. And as soon as we put our head up, they would let you know that they know that you're up. Okay? That's a negative vibe off the rip. You feel me? So you gotta be like, you gotta be a righteous gangster. You feel me? I really don't play that, but it's like I'm too smart for that. All right. So you need to excel and use all this energy, regardless of what it is energy. You have to eat that shit like a motherfucking sensu bean. Okay. Everybody's walking around with dogs and shit. Look, and then they got the van. Look, you know you're gonna get the van. Look, they need you to be a false flag. You know about how mainstream media is. Mainstream media is basically pushing MK Ultra right now. They will push torment and trigger words. They will continue to speak about targets. They'll even say shocked. They will say snap. They will say murder, kill. The words are very more vulgar. Also, the repetition is there. So anything that is repetitive is manipulative. Uh, so that's what you need to realize. Like I said, man, you see a vehicle, do not let that shit get you in a negative vibe, because that's the purpose. All right, is artificial. So you know what I'm saying? You see a bright thing like, go Power Ranger. Go, go, Power Ranger. Go, go, Power Ranger. We mighty morphin Power Ranger. Feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, do shit like that. Laugh about it. Honestly, um, get in nature. Put your feet in the ground. If you can, get some EMF tape. It has to be shiny. All right. I don't know if you can see it, but I use this one right here to flex like this. I asked Grok about it, and this is what he said. So if y'all read that on that. Man, it's a lot of moments with God, you feel me, when the world is against you. The world's against you. If God is with you, who could be against you? You know what I mean? And understand that it's basically a matrix. You're like Neo. A lot of things are going to be aimed at you. You have awareness of what they don't want because they have this reality constructed to like dumb people down. So regardless, you're not fitting in anymore, but you're awake in more than most. If you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, you have to understand, just like David Wilcock has said, you have satanic communities using mind control. All right. R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what's going on. But you have to find where it's at that you feel more relief. Um, for some reason, right here has something to do with the like my right shoulder, like right here, has something to do with the V2K and like direct energy weapons because I feel it like my fingers like click a little bit. They're not doing it right now. I don't know why, but I'm able to flow a little better. Um, but yeah, man, just work on becoming the best version of you and understand that it's gonna be different because you're gonna become a super you. You feel me? You just gonna have to, you know what I mean? It is what it is. You have to use that energy as strength to strengthen yourself. It's just like weights. You feel me? And there's actual levels to that. So when you on a constant yearly thing trying to figure things out, just being negative, knowing no matter who you right. But I mean, if that's what you feel like you need to do and it's on your heart, then you have to do it. But that shit just does not work. You feel me? This shit is deep. Um, like I said, I had wrote to Congress twice, not Supreme Court. You know, the highest court. Man, you know it's illegal for them not even to not contact you in a certain amount of days. You feel me? But that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. These Masonic people control the media. You will get things synchronized through media. The commercials are made to gang stalk you. The restaurants are made to gang stalk you. Everything in the satanic community are meant to go to people that are aware of what's going on. Okay? Like right now, I'm just getting a whole bunch of just dogs, you know what I'm saying? People walking dogs and stuff like that. You feel me? They want to mimic a mental illness to try to discredit you because of all the illegal shit they have done to you and have access to your mind, like treating you unhumane, cruel and unusual punishment beyond that. All right. Like I done had the heart flutter. I didn't have who knows how many heart attacks probably. You feel me? I've been discredited. Nobody believed me. But my thing is, it's my faith. And I also keep saying boost the positive energy and feel that, okay? You need to meditate. You have the ability to astral project. They want your mind for a reason. They want to mess with your mind, study your mind. But you're aware, okay? At the same time, there's people trying to mind control, okay? And there's phases of and stages of what you go through. Like I could feel when the next vehicle is going to come down the street. Okay. And why was I looking that way? Why was I looking that way? Because I felt it. I felt a negative shock to my body, and now it's either going to be somebody in a loud vehicle or usually with the bright lights, and there's going to be another one that's going to run up and another one's going to run up, and now it's like the whole street theater started. You know. You get the birds that let you know what type of day it is. Understand these people cause accidents. Um, they'll break in front of you. They'll turn into a random house driveway. There's probably a thing where they was like, okay, well this is what you do. They're all Masonic people. There's secret societies. There's people worshiping shit we were not seeing. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got people doing magic and all types of shit. They definitely use black magic. And black magic is basically just saying stuff like to hit your subconscious to make you feel that and be mind control, like some type of voodoo, okay? Like if nothing's wrong with you and somebody's like, oh man, why you feeling sad? Or somebody comes to you like, oh, you know. Or like this one guy who'll come up to thank you, like acting really anxiety, like they really try to put that on you, you know. They also use trigger words. They will clean everywhere you go instantly. If you go into a restaurant, they're just gonna start cleaning. You're gonna smell stuff. It's different things to hit your nostrils. Um, Different types of people, you know. But at the same time, you could get hit with frequency and not see a certain vehicle in sight. So it's a lot of games to try to, you know what I'm saying. The main thing is confusion too. They need you confused. They're trying to break your mind. You have to be unbreakable, and then you excel onto another level where it just becomes water. And then you can get like down to business and be able to handle shit in a better manner. Okay. Also, you have to be a mirror and see how deep this goes because it's like who's allowing all this disturbance to happen. Okay. They need you to react first. Um, they need you to snap. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing on MK Ultra. Just like the benefits thing with the snap. You feel me? They just wanted to mess with people money. They called it snap for a reason. All right. And they keep talking about, oh, they're gonna take the money, man. That's at the table. That's at the table. That is a whole nother realm. Okay. It's like two. It's like okay. That's Hunger Game 1. You know what I mean? That's Hunger Game 2. You know what I mean? The world has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. That's what the Matrix is, man. Watch the Matrix is real deal. And the thing is, you really have to get into the word. I'm talking about, nigga, like this, nigga. This was what I was doing when I was locked up, nigga. And screenshot all these. All these are significant verses that I have written down. I'm never giving up on this Bible. I ain't gonna put me in the grave. They need to put me in the grave with this Bible. Or unless y'all gonna put this in a museum and people could just take pictures of it. I ain't got the best handwriting, but I was going in. Good, love, God, good, trust. You know what I'm saying? You got to get to that point. You got to use repetition to yourself. And no matter what's going on, you're going to pay attention. You're putting yourself into hypnosis. So you have to say positive affirmations. You have to continue shining. Like I said, if you're a sheet of metal and you hit that bit, it's gonna vibrate. It's gonna do what it gotta do. But if you put some books on there, you put some motherfucker you put some motherfucker books on there, excuse my man. You put some books on there, that that weight is gonna stop it from vibrating. They want to stop you from vibrating. They want to change your frequency. Also, they need to discredit you. So why is you letting that happen? Fuck these niggas. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Glow up off that shit. You feel me? And at the same time, you get proof like, okay, you're allowing this shit. How can not people see the synchronicities happening like this that are so unnatural? You feel me? So we got the things in the sky. A lot of things distract us. Always look to the right and straight. Okay. But yeah, man. Take pictures again, man. This is what really helped me out. This is what helped me. This is what helped me, man. For real. You feel me? All this. This is what helped me. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. And they that know thy name will put thy trust in thee, for the Lord hath not forsaken them that seek thee. They don't want you to understand this. They don't even want you to speak. They don't even want you free. They didn't even expect you to. They didn't even expect you to be alive. Have mercy upon me, O Lord. Consider my trouble which I suffer of them that hate me, that lifteth me up from the gates of death, that I may show forth all thy praise in the gates of the dark, rejoice thy salvation. Down in the pit that they made, in the net which they hid, is their own foot taken. The Lord is known for the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgin Salah. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget God. For the needy shall not always be forgotten. The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Okay? They are the wicked. Okay? Like, if you gotta believe it. And if it's real, do you think they want you to know any of this? Like, really? Do you think they want you to unlock that? You know what I'm saying? You are chosen, and they don't want you to receive something that is naturally yours. You know what I'm saying? Look, in the Lord I put my trust. How say ye to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountain? For lo, the wicked bend their bow. They make ready their arrow upon the string. A direct energy weapon. That they may privately shoot at the right in heart. Your heart. You know how many times they have attacked my heart? For the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privately shoot at the upright in heart. If the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? Mm. What can you do with the foundation, which needs to be planted in the Most High, and your body as well, your spirit? If it's destroyed, what can the righteous do? What can you do if you're letting them win? The Lord is in His holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes behold. His eyelids try the children of men. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence his soul hateth. It's already planned that way. They're the opposite of what you believe in. You feel me? So I just recommend everybody to read this song. Oh my word. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. For the righteous Lord loveth righteousness. His countenance doth behold right. Help, Lord, for the godly man seeth, for the faithful fail from among the children of men. They speak of vanity, everyone own neighbor with flattering lips, and with double heart do they speak. The Lord shall flattering lips, and the tongue that speaketh proud things. Who have said with our tongue will we prevail? Our lips are our own. Who is Lord over us? For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy. Now will I arise, said the Lord. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. The words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in the furnace of earth, purified in 7 times. Okay? I'd rather listen to somebody say they clothed in strength and said, I am love. Okay? He said he's clothed in strength. Thou shalt keep them, O Lord. Thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. You know what I'm saying? Thou shalt keep his word. You know what I'm saying? He'll preserve it for generations. It's not going anywhere. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exiled. You feel me? They're going to keep on going from side to side. They're going to keep following. They're going to keep following. You know? And since they got a car right there that says Honda, they got a thing that says Honda, they got Honda stickers, all that shit. You feel me? My dad had passed from an accident. He was already going through this, but an accident, and then they started stalking me with cars that looked like my dad's. You know? So, and that was a really point I needed to get through. You know what I'm saying? I had to eat a lot of energy that day. You feel me? They thought that was it. And they would have never just told my story. They was like, oh, he was crazy, he was tripping, he was mad. They would have already had to play. You feel me? Everything is already in play. Everything's in play. So. All right. So show thyself marvelous loving kindness, O Lord, thou that savest by the right hand them which put their trust in thee from those that rise up against them. Think about it. They don't want you to trust and believe. Show thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest by the right hand them which put their trust in thee from those that rise up against thee. There's gonna be people that are gonna rise up against you, and you're supposed to trust. And it's like marvelous loving kindness. Like I just saved you with the right hand. You feel me? Big. Ain't nobody messing with this energy. Period. So you gonna get the white vans. You are gonna get all these things, colored, coordinated stuff. You're gonna get out there, video. Of course, they need you to video it. They also need you to talk about it. They also need you to yell about it. They also need you to react to it. They're trying to destroy it. They will go to the maximum ways. They don't care. I wasn't supposed to make it out of jail. They give you multiple things to flash out every day. You feel me? I feel like I have lived extra years. It's supposed to be a vehicle. What the come watch? I didn't even see it. You can't see it. I didn't see it. I didn't see the car, but I felt it. Okay, and there should be another one, unless it's just gonna be the rest of them on the street. You feel me? Again, and just save this stuff. All right. So they also mess with your impulses. Um, just hold down with God, read the word, understand yourself the best way you can, learn how to love yourself because you are loved. You are divinely favored. You know, and that's what it is. You know, and we do need more unity. We need more love. But as a target individual, you need to make it through this, and you have to be extremely positive. You have too much artificial stuff, plus the artificial shit in this reality that they pushing on screens. All right, don't put yourself in a loop. You know what I'm saying? I didn't been through all the loops, and I never gave up. That's another main thing is just never give up. You feel me? Try to be better than yesterday. Try to figure anything that you weak in and you just strengthen it. You know what I'm saying? Get back on the stuff. I know it's the thing is a lot of people. There's people that know what's going on. There's things that you know what I'm saying. There's things happening. People know what's going on, but they just need you to pay attention to them and be in that realm and react. They don't want you to get in your bag and focus on yourself. They also don't want you with no money. You need to get out here and get to the money. And I'm speaking for myself too. Even when you get it, they do manipulate you to spend till you have nothing. They need you. They need you homeless and on the street and at the most worst point of life. They need you at that time in that energy because they need you in that fight or flight mode. So just understand a lot of things is artificial. Pray strong, stay strong. Like I said, get in this word. Um, Pray, meditate. Um, you know what I'm saying? There's a quantum realm, things we don't see that does exist. Okay, there's things going on that we can't see, and we are greater than what this reality has said to us. You know, I believe that you can move things out your way, move, you know what I'm saying, negative energy out your way. Meditate. There's proof right there. We can really control and manifest energy. You know, so your words are very strong and powerful, and they use in a box. You feel me? Um, so just please be positive, stay in the love energy, love like Jesus. Don't dwell on it, get well on it. Don't stress, no get blessed. Pray strong, stay strong. Understand that we go through it to get through it. Also, eat the chicken, spit out the bones. If it don't apply to you, um, you know what I'm saying, spit it out. Take in the things that do apply to you, and just be at peace, have joy. Dancing is another way to get the dopamines and get you in a joyful mood. Singing, humming, um, yeah, be creative, um, and do not feel these negative vibes that they try to put on you. Another thing is you have people that have to constantly be negative and be. Why can we be a community where we're just nothing but positive and strong in this situation? Because we all know they're weakly. We all know that what they're doing is wrong, and majority of them wouldn't be able to last through the torment that we've been through. Another thing is we have to find source where source is. I don't know if it's all this disclosure shit, but I did know aliens was gonna come next with disclosure of that. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen with that. Will MK Ultra come after that? Okay. Also, we have to check and see what these people are doing in the French thing. But um, God told you what to focus on, and that's things that are true and things that are pure. Things that are pure are things that are natural. You see, that was a loud thing right there, that truck right there. We're going to zoom in on that thing right there. Okay, can we zoom in? Okay, it's blurry. But yeah, you understand that negative vibe. You have to push through that and get through that realm. You feel me? Because now that energy is on them. You feel me? I ate that shit a long time ago. I ate the demon realm a long time ago and switched that shit. You feel me? I'm on that level. Another thing is you could start with your birthday and start counting your levels of when you feel like awakened and understand something. And be like, whoa, that just went up a level, okay? I started with the number, my birthday 36, no, 35. And from there on, I went from like 40 all the way to the millions, and I'm looking up numbers after that, like a millions, sextillion, tapillion. You know what I'm saying? I went all above that. You feel me? I went through all those levels, and I'm doing that. I said boost the positive energy every day, for a whole year. Because it only makes sense because we focus on negative energy so much in this program for years. And you see what that could do. So we have to go do the opposite, create your own study, also do your own therapy. You have to be your own therapist, okay? You know what the fuck you've been through. You know what I'm saying? Most likely ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you shit. You feel me? So you gonna have to use your own. There should be some more vehicles. But they give you a negative vibe, okay? You have to eat that shit like a sensu bean, which a sensu bean gives you healing and it also strengthens you, okay? Instantly. Meditate, act like you're walking on water with faith, you know what I'm saying? Like when Jesus was walking on water and asked Peter to get out there, but then he had fear. Um, he didn't have the faith. So that's what these Satanists do. They try to sever your faith. They need you to curse God and give up on God. You see, like, dude, he's walking with like some pink thing. Look, you feel me? I'm supposed to feel some type of way. You got pink. Why you walking swinging that pink and I'm over here? You're listening to me. You hit me with weapons. You just hit me with the weapons. That's what they need you to do, okay? And I understand people reacting that way because it's like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? You trying to kill me? You're after me. That's a fight or flight mode. They need you into that state of mind, desperately. I done been through this shit for years. Like, okay, I gotta get through this. I'm not. I didn't see people pass from this shit. You feel me? You hear about people that used to speak about this stuff and then they passed and just gave up. That's the result of it. All right. So you gonna have to like, you gonna really have to eat that energy and transfer that stuff and really do some meditating and self healing because you're not gonna be able to move on without. You have to really imagine healing. My body is healed. I love the way it feels to be healed. I'm sorry, brain. I love you, cells in my body. Oh my God, heal. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Heal, heal, heal. You got to do that. You have to heal. You have to meditate. I used to tell people like that in jail, like nigga, when I was doing prayer call, nigga, act like your mat is a cloud from heaven when you laying down and it's recharging your body and it's healing you. Your mind is powerful enough to do that. You can take your place. You can go anywhere you want. Fear not, only believe. You can go anywhere you want. They don't want you to know that, and you can feel anything you want. That means you. That means you can attract anything you want. There you have it, y'all. And that's how I beat this program, man. Praise